I want to tell you a little bit about the home's ventilation system, and I want to give you a little bit of a metaphor. If you were to go into the hospital to have an operation, some kind of procedure, I'm assuming you would want to make sure that the air quality within the operating room is treated in such a way that while your body is open and exposed, you're not going to be exposed to outside contaminants that could give you an infection. Well, we want to do the exact same thing in your house. And we can look to the operating rooms to see how they do it and try to mimic that in our house. Hospitals use HEPA grade filtration. Now, we install on our air handler a high quality pleated media filter. It's right there. That's MERV 13, which is a high quality rating. It's 4-inch pleated media filter, so it's not choking the system, and gives a high quality level of filtration throughout the home, where we can capture things like pollen and dead skin cells and other indoor air contaminants at a MERV 13 grade. The second thing a hospital does to make sure there are no contaminants floating around in the operating room is maintain a positive air balance. And all that means is the air pressure within the operating room is greater than the air pressure in the rooms surrounding the operating room. We do the same thing here. We use a motorized fresh air intake system that pulls air from outside. It runs it through a MERV 6 filter, and then it runs it through a MERV 13 filter, and then disperses that air throughout the home and slightly pressurizes the home. That does two things for us. It allows us, first off, to dilute the toxins in the home, the VOCs, the pollen if it's in the springtime, the dead skin cells, all that kind of stuff, the CO2 at night in your bedrooms while you're sleeping and that's building up. The second thing it does is it allows us to pressurize the house slightly. So what that means is the air in our home, the air in this home, is going to try to move outside of the home instead of the home trying to pull air in from outside. So if you open the door to this house, air is going to be inclined to move out instead of outside air moving into the home. Now that's very important. We don't want to pull air in from outside in an uncontrolled fashion, because that means we're going to pull in things like pollen and dust and other chemicals, vehicle pollution, things like that. Also, we have a bedroom above our garage here. So if somebody in the garage starts their vehicle and they let it run for longer than they should in the garage, we want to make sure those fumes are not getting into the bedroom and harming the occupants of that bedroom. This positive balance doesn't allow that air to come inside the home. We also have an exhaust fan in the garage that helps maintain a negative balance in there as well. But those are the things that we do. We actually look to how an operating room keeps their people healthy, and we try to mimic some of those qualities and build above code minimum to make sure we are in fact delivering you a quality, well-built home that is actually going to be healthier and more comfortable and be around for a long time.